K-pop here. It's that time again. K-pop Q&A. Surprisingly, I didn't get a lot of questions from a lot of people, but that's okay. For the few people that did send in their questions, you guys gave me a lot of good questions. So it's going to be a long vid either way. I'm going to see if I can get this done in one vid. If not, then I'll break it up into a two-parter, but I don't think it'll exceed that. Okay, so first question comes from Missmichelle103. Your question is, how would you feel if a K-pop idol or whomever come out that they're a gay or a lesbian? Would you still support them, or would you not listen to their music anymore? How do you feel about homosexuality in South Korea and in the K-pop music scene or industry? Let's see. I mean, personally, if a K-pop artist or idol or whatever reveals that they're a lesbian or gay, that wouldn't discourage me from their music per se, because to me, I think your personal lifestyle has no reflection upon your music. Stuff like this here will be no different than, say, like the Chris Brown Rihanna scandal. I didn't agree with how Chris Brown and how things went about between those two, but to me, I didn't take it so personally like a lot of people did, where I just turned away from Chris Brown's music and just, at the end of the day, Chris Brown is still a fantastic artist. He's a good artist, a great dancer, great entertainer, and he makes good music, and I still enjoy his music. And it's the same for, like, you know, the scandal that happened with Michael Jackson, and people thought Luther Vandross was gay and all that other stuff. So to me, your personal lifestyle has no reflection upon your me liking or disliking your music. I don't judge your music by your personal lifestyle. Now, you asked me, how do I feel about homosexuality in South Korea and the K-pop industry? Well, just about homosexuality, period, because I am a Christian in my belief, I don't agree with the lifestyle. I think man is for woman and woman is for man. So, you know, I think God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. So based on my personal Christian beliefs and what I believe in, I don't agree with the lifestyle. But like I said, what I think about in South Korea, there was this one guy who had a gender change, a sex change. He just came out with he's a singer now. He just came out with his latest album, I think like after 4 years, late last year or something like that. Stuff like that, I think Korea just kind of, I think they just kind of brush it underneath the rug. They don't really pay much attention to it because they don't pay any attention to this guy who had a gender change, and he's like a celebrity. Like, most of the stuff he does now is like over in China. He doesn't do much in Korea anymore. So I think they just don't pay attention to it. They brush it under the rug and try to ignore it. Next set of questions come from OMGCatherineM. He asked me, if Sonisha Day never existed, who would be your favorite girl group and girl group bias? If Girls' Generation never existed, my favorite girl group will probably be Sistar and or Miss A. Right now, that probably my favorite, or even 21, because 21 are my second favorite after Sonisha Day, so they'd probably be up for number one as well. But because I like more of the feminine side, I'd probably say Sistar or Miss A. With Sistar, it'd be the same, Bora. With Miss A, it would have to be Susie. What is your favorite K-pop album? My two favorite K-pop albums still to this day is Rain's third album, It's Raining, and Lee Hyori's Stylish. Those are my two favorite K-pop albums I own. Reason being is because the production work was just really good, the tracks were solid, and also at the time that those albums were out, it was at a time where, you know, even though K-pop here in America is not well known, but a lot of people are aware of it and they're aware of its existence. Whereas during this time when Lee Hyori's first and Rain's third album came out, K-pop was nowhere even near a blimp on anyone's mind here stateside. So it was kind of cool because K-pop was just like, it was just this diamond in the rough that people just didn't know about, or very, very few little people know about it. So those are my two favorite albums based off the music and also the time that I had them. Favorite Sonisha Day song, Into a New World. Has sentimental value. Favorite song so far this year. Favorite song so far this year. That's hard because I have like 10 already. But I'd probably say like my top 5 would have to be Sonisha Day's I Got a Boy. I still love that. It still brings my ear. Hello by New East. One Shot from B.A.P. I do like Rose. Rose is now on that list. And it probably have to be a tie between Infinite H's Special Girl, Zion T's Melody, and Sister 19's Not Gone Around Any Longer. If you could be friends with any male K-pop star, who and which one would you want as a best friend? Who I choose as a friend, I'd say Jay Park. Reasons being, both of us coming from America and speak fluent English, as well as I think we can relate musically, with both of our backgrounds and various dance styles and freestyling, singing and writing lyrics. I think we can connect that way, not only just being American citizens, but also musically. I think we connect. So I would like him as a friend. Best friend, I have to say Brian Jew, former member of the duo Fly to the Sky. Brian Jew, I think, is a cool cat. I think Brian Jew is probably, in my opinion, one of the few South Korean celebrities born and raised in South Korea that I think is open-minded to different cultures and open-minded to different cultures and befriending like other people like outside of Korea. I think he's just a cool, laid-back cat, kind of like dude. I think he wouldn't have a negative opinion of an African American or have an African American for a friend or anything like that. So Brian Jew, I'd like to have as best friend. K-pop song that you can't get out of your head. Still, I Got a Boy rings in my head. I know a lot of people probably like done over with that song, but to me, it's still ringing, clicking in my head. But more so than that, again, New East's Hello. That song just has not stopped playing in my brain. Favorite K-pop based variety show. I probably would say my last favorite was Star King, which ended unfortunately back in January. I don't have a favorite variety show now at the moment until they find something to replace that. But if I have to say what's my favorite like K-pop show, I'd probably say Sketchbook. Sketchbook has been a great show for the last 3 or 4 years of its existence. So I'd say Sketchbook is a good show. I do like We Got Married, but to me, I'm not really keen on this season's like couples, except with Sungwa. Sungwa is like the only reason I watch it, but yeah. And then your last question from OMGCatherineM, it's if you could have any K-pop boy band's wardrobe, who would you pick and from what music video? Example, Shiny from the Sherlock video. Very good question. I love this question. This is awesome. I have quite a few. If I choose a wardrobe, I have to say, most recently, I'm about to say b.a.p's Warrior. I love those outfits. I think those outfits are awesome. Those outfits, I think, in my opinion, you could even wear, like, outside, like, out in public. Maybe not the pants with the different paint job splattered over it, but definitely, like, the leather jackets with the different graphics and spikes. I love those jackets. Like, that's something you could wear, like, out in public. So I love to wear something like that. Let's see, Seven, Passion music video. Seven from his Passion music video. I'd wear something like that. Another one I probably have to say, 2 p.m. from Again and Again. Love those outfits there. I'd wear that. I also like Jay Park from Abandon. Even though I already kind of dressed like that anyway. His music video in Abandon, 2 scenes. The one where he's like in the alley, in the dark alley, or in the streets. I like that outfit. Like I said, I pretty much always kind of dress like that anyway. And then the other scene where he has like the white pants with the matching leather jacket and the black muscle shirt, stuff like that. I wear stuff like that on a casual. But that's to give you an idea of like wardrobe that I do on occasionally would wear and what I would like to wear. Next set of questions come from my little brother, stirfriedkpop. Your first question you ask me is, how do you feel about the potential of Wonder Girls breaking up? Assuming, of course. Everyone knows Sunny just announced that she's pregnant. Right after she announced the news of her pregnancy, being 3 months along, JYP and her own uncle said that she would still be in Wonder Girls, that the group will not break up and that she'll still be in Wonder Girls. And her uncle said that the Wonder Girls could, earliest comeback will be, second quarter of next year. And in my opinion, like, I see why they do this, but to me, I kind of have to like believe it when I see it, because in my opinion, I think you're just really delaying the inevitable. Because if Sunday was married, it'd be different. If, you know, she could still promote with the group, but, you know, when you have a kid and all, and then say that, predict that one of the girls could come back late next year, that kid would be, you know, like a couple of months old, or almost a year, and they'll still need, you know, that motherly figure to help raise the kid. So I really think it's inevitable. I think it's kind of foolish for JYP and other people to guarantee that Sunday is still going to promote, you know, even after she has her child and all of this. I hope it works, because I love the Wonder Girls, but I really think they're just really prolonging the inevitable, because they're saying that now, but once the kid gets here, what are you going to do? Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. So also, but if they wanted to, I mean, I think probably the next best thing is have Wonder Girls continue, but as a 4-member group without Sunday. That's the only other thing I can really think of. So I feel bad about it if they did break up completely, because I think Wonder Girls could be so further ahead of the game where they are than where they are now, but they just left so soon from Korea. So I'd be kind of disappointed because of that. If they were like on the level of Wonder Girls and they were to like break up or whatever, I'd be fine with it. But it'd be a little disappointing, because I think they could have reached higher than what they've reached so far, or right now currently. Your second question is K-pop feeling recycled to you? No. I do think a reason why a lot of people may feel that way is because, in my opinion, I think the momentum in K-pop is starting to slow down just a little bit. Because 2012, from the entire 12 calendar year, from top to bottom, from the rookies, the comebacks from the veterans, it was just non-stop all year round. And even in 2012, going into 2013, the momentum still didn't stop. From the entire month of January, and then in February, and even a little bit in March, it just didn't slow down. So I think right now it's kind of like that little breathing period right now in K-pop, where people just go and finally breathe, because mostly around this time of the year, that's when K-pop gets kind of slow. So I think right now it's kind of in neutral. The industry and the music right now is just in neutral. Nothing's really like popping, because it's that breathing period now. People can just breathe after having such a explosive year of 2012, and a little bit of a big couple of months already coming into this year, 2013. So I don't think it's a recycle. I don't feel this recycle. I just think it's just a thing where like people just kind of like they need a break from it for a while, because they've just been cramped with so much stuff. But I think it's going to pick up again during the summer, because Sistar coming back, 4 Minute, Tiara have announced that they're going to do a sub-unit, so that's going to be interesting. Big Star coming back in the summer, so I think stuff is going to pick back up again in the summer like it normally does in the K-pop scene. Your other question is, how is K-pop, how important is K-pop in your life? I say it's pretty important. Music runs in my family. It's in my blood. I grew up pretty much, you can say, born into music. K-pop I consider, you know, just like any other music I listen to here in the States or anything else. I say it's important to me, because I love music. It's part of me, part of my life. So I think it's a big deal. Your another question is your quick thoughts on M4M. I like M4M. I think they have potential. I still think it's a little bit too soon that they released a group this soon when they just came out with B2B last year. But even though this group was already pre-planned and predestined before B2B, I still think it's kind of weird that people release another group, but a boy band at least at that. But I like them. I think they have potential. You know, they're older, so that's one thing I do like about them. They're not that average 16, 17 age that a lot of groups are coming out with now. They're a little bit older, so they have more of a different look to them. So I think they have potential. I like them. And then your last question is, will you ever continue your What Grinds My Gears series? Great question. It's not that I've canceled it or stopped doing it. It's just that lately I haven't really found or come across or thought of anything that ticks me off to make the series, to continue to making videos. So it's not done, it's not over with. It's just that I haven't found any topics that, you know, grinds my gears to make a video on. And then also too, I've also been kind of flip-flopping if I should transfer the series over to here on my K-pop channel, or should I just keep it exclusive on my other account, or should I do it on both? So that's another thing I'm kind of tossed up with. You can give me your thoughts and opinions on that if you want. So yeah, that's it for my Q&A. Thank you guys for answering all my questions. I got them all done. Let me know what you think in the box below. Subscribe. Peace.